Hello and welcome. My name is HeathenHammer and this is another Hammercast here. We are on Foy today for a match of Hell Let Loose competitive between Red Army, as the axe is coming to you from the right side of your screen in orange, versus combo team of DC, EK, and FLL, led by Horton Ho. Commander of the Axis team today is Hoos from Red. Now, this should be interesting. Should be an interesting match today. The allies are in blue. That is the home side for this one. That's the side we'll be casting from. We are on Foy, and we have a full line. There's a lot of room to flank on this map. Everything open to flanking. Everything is concentrated just straight up this end line right here. Should make for an interesting match with a lot of flanking maneuvers coming. But in terms of defending and attacking, it's straight up and down this side of the map. So it should provide us a really interesting opportunity on the get-go here. You can see a DC tank in the light tank here. Oops. We got a Fin Let Loose truck coming out. Another truck, I believe that is the EK truck right there. We got two more tanks coming up, Fin Let Loose tank, and then an HLPL light tank also. So a few Stewarts coming out on the start here. I don't hate that opening. I think two Stewarts is very strong, especially in the start. Such a hard tank to counter. A DC also taking a recon vehicle here with Vadi and Achilles with Sirius and Wing in tow. They're going to push. This is just a common strat here, pushing out with the recon vehicle to get their squad leads and then rotating into those squads when OPs are up. Both teams making their way to point here. Very close on a dugout barn. Should be about 10 seconds until the action starts. Here we go. 3 trucks coming in here from Red. No Artie yet on point. Very surprising. Where's the Artie? Where's the artillery? There's one. Oh, Fin Let Loose truck takes a beating. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down immediately here. Red has a really nice opening. Second truck going down from Fin Let Loose and EK. Ooh, not the opening the allies were looking for right here. Finally, some allied artillery starts, but Red has a complete control over this point right now. Wow. Nice opening there. DC opening through the middle on the west side, looking for a flank. Let's get in tight with the action here as Red looks to take this one 3-2 off the get-go. Down but not out here. Fin Let Loose fighting with EK tenaciously right now, trying to push, trying to get a position onto point here. It's not over yet, folks. Look at this flank from the back to DC coming in on the backside now. German armor has pulled up here. One tank from Red on the west side of point here, but look at this push on the back. This is so important here. DC has more members than Red here, looking to clear this position out and get a stronghold on the midpoint by flanking it to the rear. 2 down already. Super Muffin, the last one alive. He's going to get clapped there by Core as he drops. Now DC looking to flank and take a stranglehold on this midpoint. Fin Let Loose and EK stay in the fight. Even though they lost so many bodies, their squad leads stayed up. They have more troops coming in here, and they're taking control of this one. However, there is a tank that's taking under fire right now. That is going to be the 75 from Fin Let Loose. They're taking fire from both sides right now. They have to watch out they don't get killed. They do, though. Panzer IV from point is going to drop that Fin Let Loose tank there. Unfortunately for them, they do not spot out the Panzer IV on point, and he gets the kill. Now, that tank's going to be a thorn in the side here of the forces on the point. It's not stopping them, though. Zerota pushes really deep into the point, probably taking out an OP or two. Now, what's really important here for Red is that they defend their northwest side, their rear. If they lose that rear, it's going to be a big problem. Now, already we can see Cap is jumping back and forth. Red, while they do have the strong point, they haven't been able to push anyone off their OPs. They haven't been able to push out and clear out those OPs. That's just allowing these 2 or 3 squads here from EK and Finla loose to push in and pressure the midpoint. And as they do that, the more this time goes on, that DC squad on the backside there has just that amount of time to go in the back and cut off reinforcements. It's only about 2 minutes left. Red need to do something on point here, or else they're going to lose it. Delicious. I don't see Red coming out on top of this one. DC with this flank on the west side. This is the worst news that Red could have hoped for. Hopefully they have some kind of armor to help deal with this push. But you can see these forces, they're just able to shoot in the open here. Now that Blitzer Junge has figured out where this OP is, you can see Sam rotating. OP spotted out, expect machine gun fire, and a lot of it to rain down here. Clippy also with a rocket. Can he hit the OP? Ooh, waiting to see if he's going to launch that rocket. Probably going to save it for the Panzer IV on point. You can see how Red's hiding now. They can't push out from this OP to get to point. They're essentially stuck behind this building here. And there we go. Sam with 1 kill on the back here. But there's nothing that these Red boys can do. They need to get some smoke out and try and push towards that point there. They have to, absolutely. Now, Ninja Pulver rotating with Mark, Steven, and Blitzer Junge. And when that happens, oh, yeah, it's going to be a really bad time here. I mean, Red, to their credit, are doing work here. They're actually making cap progress on point. You know, they're taking little positions where they can get them, and they're fighting this one out. They've got a few kills from DC to the west here. Now they're trying desperately to keep this OP up, but what I'm a little concerned about here is they're not pushing bodies to point. I don't know if that's going to matter, though. They successfully pushed out on the left side, and they're going to look to take this one 3-2 off the start. Wow, that's a lot of tenacity there from Red. That's something that we never saw from PKK before. You know, when they would get a position on a point, they would never have that extra little thing to take the point. But, you know, this is a different team. This is not the PKK of old. All right, well, 3-2 off the start here. Pushing out with the Panzer IV was a good solution. However, they're going to have to watch out on the backside. Stewart flanking in from the back. He's going to look for blood here. Stewart needs to rotate on this Panzer IV, and I don't think the Panzer IV has a clue. No, he doesn't. Panzer IV goes down here. Stewart continues his rampage. But it's a little too late for that. I mean, the flank came in pretty late here. It allowed Red to already take it 3-2. Now, it's going to be up to... well, we'll see what they do to attack here. And the flank from DC didn't work either. Crucially, you know, Red didn't fold there. They got shooters up and they got kills where they needed to. Now, I assume there's going to be attacks from the west side. They're going to, you know, that DC squad's going to look to springboard and attack from that position. However, it's going to be much harder here with Red, you know, in control of the point now, not having to worry about clearing those forces off from the south side, able to just collapse on this DC squad, and that's exactly what's happening right now. This is going to show how good the DC shooters are. 2 down already. More bodies coming. 1 drops there from DC. Another drops from Red. 3-1 so far in this little fight. Another dropping for DC there. Their position is just horrible right now. Nice nade there from Steven. Going to kill 1 more. But this is going to be the end here for DC on point. Just exposed in an open field with really nowhere to go from that. Overlord going to get another kill there onto Steven. He's the last one alive. Overlord should just push it with a knife. Just push him with a knife. There we go. Steven drops. Last one from DC drops. That flank was destined to fail, especially after there's no more attack from the south. Now, this is going to give the Allies a chance to regroup here and get set up for a new attack. You can see the rotation coming out from Ninja. Elva here and Viking Warrior here. They pushed. Now, it's Foy, though. There's just no cover. So to cross this gap, this 200 meters or so, to point, it's just so hard because you can get shot from anywhere. Look how many members of red there are on the left of your screen. There's about 20 of them. All it takes is one shot to connect, and that's the end here. Red looks like they're going to be going very defensive, especially considering all those forces on the left at Flak Battery over there on the left of your screen. Those, I think, should be rotating to the attack right now. Maybe there's nothing set up just yet, but I would suspect that they would rotate to the attack because that seems like a majority of their team's just back here on defense. We can take a look at the map quickly. Yeah, there's nothing too crazy going on. Horton Hope spotting out a Garrison, probably just supplies dropping right there. No red Garys here. No red OPs, although there's a big hole right here on the map, easily flanked. In defense, let's rotate to the middle of the map here because this is surprising. This is a red zone Gary here that was taken down. It looks like Hoos got clapped here, and so it is no longer overrun. That's the commander from red. There is some back defenses here from red. Dream there in a good spot. I would like to see 2 or 3 more. You can see Jolly, Daniel rotating here. Red so far really looks like they're just playing for that 3-2. Let's go check out the artillery setup. Hold the phone. Is that an airhead? Is that an airhead? That is an airhead. Oh my god, aggressive airhead here from red. I wonder if they're going to combo this with, ooh, I don't know, an artillery strike or some arty smoke and then arty HE. That's what I would expect. That's kind of the new meta. If you're gonna airhead, you can't leave it alone. Looks like it's gonna be a lone artillery strike here. Jarza should know this. V-Rock should be able to deal with this here. Where's the arty strike? They missed their smoke completely. They missed their smoke and HE completely. That's going to be a free airhead there for Dirty Harry. A misplay from Red's Arty there. That's a miscommunication, misplay. It was not dropped in the same spot. Furthermore, they didn't drop any HE with it or use a bombing run. They did drop smoke, but the smoke wasn't effective and it wasn't even on target. So that's a misplay there for the red artillery play. And also, you know, for the future, watching this back, guys on the Arty for red, drop HEs and continue dropping, you know, until like about, you know, what, 25 seconds after it's landed. That'll stop the defenders from easily taking it out. You know, smoke alone is not going to be enough. All right, now that Hail Mary did not work for red, let's go back into the point here. You can see a 3-pronged attack. DC has rotated a little more to the inside mid here. There's a second DC squad on the left, however, that's not too successful. That's open terrain. That's going to be really hard to push. You can see all of them trying to rotate across the field, getting clapped right there. Not going to be a winning formula. 76 pulling up on the backside to support this one. I'd expect AT guns to be up on point here from red. This is going to be the DC 76 with Alex Boss, Baker, and Kakarian there in the middle of that. The Shroud of Hell Let Loose. No. He's a tanker. We got EK here with Atomic Sickness. He's trying to sneak up the side. This is what Core did to TL on Foy in the HPL. Well, a little less sneaky this time. So TL took the midpoint in that game off of a snipe of the main road with a Lux. But Core was able to sneak a squad up this right flank right here under the nose of a Panther back when Panthers were in the game, get an OP up and take the midpoint. They went on to win 5-0 in that match. Here, not working out too well for Atomic Sickness and EK. They get gunned down. Really what they need is some supporting artillery. So the smoke, this is the thing about smoke, ladies and gents. It does not work if you put it on your position. You need to put it on the enemy's position, and right now, nobody can get it that far. So I'd like to see some artillery smoke followed with some HE, like 2 or 3 rounds. That's good enough to make it work. 1 tube, 2 or 3 rounds right on that B Bravo marker right there. That would be more than enough to push up the forces. 76 tries to advance there. He gets taken out. However, a springboard attack with that 76 has been initially successful here. Tiger on the backside is defending well. However, there's lots of infantry flooding in here. Chell has a good position with that MG. I'd love to see a satchel go down to clear out the rest of the infantry inside this warehouse here. Steven also has made it inside. Let's get down and dirty with these guys as they try to push inside here. Chell has a really good position here. So does Young with red and that STG 44. Steven's going to have a hard time pushing inside here without getting killed. Yeah, absolutely needs the satchel on the backside here, as Aztec should push halfway down. We watch the bombing run go over us right now. Aztec should push halfway down there and put a satchel up if he wants to clear out these guys inside. Fortunately, though, the machine gunner is taken out there. Let's reverse a little bit and see how many of the remaining forces are on point. Well, there's quite a few, you know, and also counter battery from the mortars onto the position of EK. Completely is dominating their OP. Look at that. Atomic Sickness spawns in. Immediately he's dead. That is absolute brutal artillery. However, an AT gun also has gone up on this flank over here with Willie Pete and Pukitso. So that should suppress the ability of any more tanks to pull up. However, this already is just devastating. Another wave and another kill. AT gun gonna go down as the Tiger retreats. Unfortunately for that AT gun, he did not have a sight onto... sorry, that's not a Tiger. That's an advancing Panzer IV. You can see him on the left side of the train tracks right there. Let's get a zoom in on him. He is right there. That is going to be Copcap, Ganis, Gans, and Alex there from Red. So Panzer IV, Tiger on point. The tank battle lost there by the threesome team today. Core makes it onto point, though. That's going to be a tough... that's a tough opponent on point. He can easily... He's probably got about 5 kills so far. Unfortunately, his friendly Artie's going to TK him. Oh, no. All right, so second phase 2 of this attack coming in here. Kinky 91 DK. Is he going to go for the satchel on the wall right here? No satchel just yet. I mean, tenacity is probably the takeaway from this one so far. Red, you know, that's the biggest thing. Like, they're so tenacious on point right here. They're not giving up. They're fighting the gritty fights right here. They're digging their heels in and defending. DC is no joke, ladies and gents. They got a lot of very, very skilled players right here, and they're not able to take this point. You know, albeit with EK Finn let loose on the attack too. Tiger gonna go down on the backside. DC starting to make some progress here also with EK. They got close proximity OPs, and it's kind of a look back to the start of this game when Red was having such a hard time with those close proximity OPs to point. We'll see if Red can do the same thing they did last time and push off. They are stopping the count progress with the respawns coming in here. They've cleared out another wave of DC coming in, but how long can they go like this, especially without that Tiger tank? Now, they do have that Panzer IV in the back. Retaliatory bombing run comes in. This is going to be a huge bombing run. Oh my God, how many died there? Almost everyone on the attack died. That is an amazing bombing run here from Red. Red gonna take that and push out now. However, they do not take out those initial OPs. Maybe getting one on the west side, not getting the one on the east. But still, that was a huge bombing run here for Red. They need to get outside now. They need to get nades out, and they need to push and clear these OPs off point. What an amazing job they're doing of defending. This is not the same PKKA team, folks. That is something we would have never seen from PKKA. Today, they're tenacious, they're defending, and their commander is on point with his artillery strikes. Wow. The moments, though, the moments like that when the enemy contributes or puts in almost all of their forces into the attack, that is when those cheeky airhead plays need to come out. They have to get the arty right next time. I'm pretty sure we're closing in on the next availability for an airhead play here, so they just have to get it right now. This could be trouble, though. Another 76 coming up from Finn let loose. Let's go on board with it as he pushes and tries to force the issue here on point. There is still a Panzer IV on the right side, and this 76 is pushing right into point right here, really throwing everything in the kitchen sink at it. What will he find while he turns the corner? Well, he'll find a lot of Axis members here. However, Tank's got to be careful. If he pushes in alone, he's going to get satchel. Unreal rotating now for the satchel. Can he get it on the back of the tank? That's important. Right? No, the tank stops. Unreal needs to go for the satchel. Does he not have one? Has he already used it? This is kind of crazy to see here. There we go. Bat coming in for the satchel right now. Can he get it down? No. Tank is rotating. Bat not having enough position on the tank there. That's a smart idea if I'm the tank. I'm a little sketched out by that play initially. Going straight in like that. Apologies for the camera. It gets stuck on terrain. It's kind of janky. But yeah, 76 pushes in. Thinks better of it. Falls back a little bit. I'd love to see him just push kind of to the right side of that house and just put a few HE shells in the point. I'd actually really love to see that. AT gun goes up here. That's a threat to the 76. I don't think he sees it. First shot goes in from the AT gun. 76 needs to get a shot onto that target. There we go. Second shot goes in. Not enough to take out the tank there. 76 going to survive. However, he is heavily damaged. One shot from a Panzer IV, and this 76 is down. That's a smart play there to fall back. Whew, that was a close one. That's going to need at least 2 AT guns up here. At least 2. Looks like Odo is rotating, maybe trying to get another AT gun up. Rocket coming in from the front from another red AT member. Can't tell what that says. Those are like Japanese characters or something. Second rock comes in. Ooh, that was close. Ricochet there. Probably saving the life of that 76 crew. Frontal armor is very strong. On the attack here, DC, looks like they just have about 4 members left. However, they're digging their heels in on point here, not wanting to get pushed off. They have a very close OP right here, enabling this attack. They need some reinforcements though. Not going to be able to do this all by themselves. Going to need to up the ante of that nade spam a little bit there too, if they want to clear out some of the trenches. Some nice nades going out from DC. Dirty Harry pushing up. I believe he's a member of PK there. Right now, though, it's a grind for point. Cap progress starting here for the Allies. And increasing. Now, that will stop and go down with every respawn wave of red. What really needs to happen is some penetrating attacks. You know, the guys with satchels need to get those satchels up and get a timing attack in. Now, I can see the markers for Artie right on point. That's not going to allow this DC squad to push on the point. That's way too close, Artie, to be able to quickly rotate onto that the spawns on the backside of that warehouse there. Go a little bit higher in the battle here, as it looks like there is another tank coming out. No, that's going to be an AT gun. So there's 2 AT guns on the left side here. AT guns fighting each other. We got Ninja Pulver and Alpha here. Ooh, they get sent sky high there. Not too sure if that was another tank or another AT gun there. No, that's another tank. That's going to be a red Tiger with Rosie Viking. And I can't pronounce the third members. We also have Daniel here with the pack gun, and I believe there's another tank on the left side, possibly too. No, no other tank, just that one more Tiger. So Tiger pulls up to reinforce the point. That was kind of the window here. Panzer IV still on the east side. And that window now is closing here as the 76 falls back and 2 more tanks come up for the Axis. Now that 76 has a beat, I believe, on the Tiger. We're going to see if he can land some shots and possibly take out that Tiger. It's going to be a lot harder to push point though with those Axis tanks on station. No shot onto the Tiger. You see to get down and dirty with this 76. There's a bunch of smoke up on the side. Trying to stop the machine gun fire. Just kind of conceal the movements of the defenders on point. Big satchel goes off there. Wonder if that's going to be a catalyst for a new renewed attack here from the Allies. What is this 76 doing? Looks like he's trying to get an angle maybe on the point. If he goes wide, maybe flank around the backside. You can see there is another tank up there. I believe it's another 76. Can't tell. No, that's a 75. Yeah, so 75 on the flank with another 76. These tanks are just trying to get angles onto the Axis tanks on the back side right here. That acute angle, that tight angle was not working out too well. They're going to go wide and try to get a nice peek into the backside. Whoa! The Sato goes sky high there on top of a satchel. Lots of smoke on point. Tiger tank is taking shots from both allied tanks. Big flank from the 75 working out in the field, and down goes the Tiger tank there. Credit for the kill going to the DC tank. All the way in the mid there, you can see Alex Box, Faker, and Shikari in there in the tank, doing work in that 75 with a nasty little flank onto the Tiger. That's one down. There's still a Panzer IV. Lots of smoke coming down here. I wonder what the allies are going to do here in blue. A bombing run, maybe? I mean, the artillery is just is pounding the point here, but they're also dying back on their OP, so not really able to push past this meat grind right now. All right, well, let's try and get down with the action here. I know there's a lot of smoke. I want to get down with these boys here, though. Overlord has actually a nasty little peek here. There's also an MG42 shooting down this street. That's it's gonna be really difficult here for DC to continue to attack. Yeah, each time they spawn, they're getting eaten alive by machine gun fire. Shell with a really nice spot there from Red. Each spawn wave comes. Let's watch the next spawn wave come in here on this OP. There it is. Ooh, gets nobody this time. Maze just flying everywhere here. Coming in from the attackers here, the allies in blue. Not doing a whole lot to move the bodies off point. And you know what? Noomzone and Combat do a nice enough job to clear off the point. No more OP on the midpoint. Good job here. Red is standing on their heads right now. Let's take a look at the map here. There is some work in the backside from Recon. Zerkax is going for what's appears to be a Gary, probably just a supply drop. Backside is looking secure here for the allies. Allies trying to do a big flank around. You can see DC going for a flank. Atomic Sickness from EK also coming straight in the backside here, going for an OP. Really looking to now not only combo a big push up the mid with tank, with armor, but really smother the back. Now this is kind of a repeat of what they tried off the start, but on a much bigger scale. Checking the map again, you can see on the start they were coming through these fields here to try and tightly surround it. Now they're going very deep, getting Garys up, removing Garys on the back end, and clearing their layers of defense of Red right here. So expect this to start to pay off in about 2 to 5 minutes here as they get back into sector and look to put OPs on the backside of Dugout Barn. Now, this is going to be the biggest test that Red faces. Half an hour into this game, though, they're going to feel pressure from each side. They're going to lose their backwards Garys, and they're going to have to send some people to clear on the backside here. Otherwise, this is going to be a short-lived defense after the 30-minute mark. Atomic Sickness pushing back into sector here. He's going to be getting an OP up on the backside to facilitate this surround. But first, he's got to take out a... oh, no Garrison there. Just getting an OP up. Let's go on board with Sickness here as he pushes in. You can see the pressure has heated up a little bit here. First squad in is starting to respawn, drawing some bodies away from the midpoint. This is just going to allow a little bit more pressure on the front to be pushed and put on. Now, it's important that Overlord and Nikita get taken out here by the respawns. Willie Pete needs to get a kill here. All will be for naught if he can't get these 2 kills. Willie Pete looks for the kill, cannot get it. Overlord with the kill onto Willie Pete. Now, can they clear out this OP? OP in real danger here. Probably going to be another spawn wave coming in. OP goes down 1,000. Saranto in, gets 1 kill there with the pistol. However, it is not the squad lead, so that push, unfortunately, falling apart there. I'm surprised the OP didn't go a little further back. I guess actually that's pretty much as close as it needs to be there. So a little bit of pressure relief from the back there. Saranto, the only one alive. However, the bodies that it drew out to the backside is less bodies on the front. You can see DC has again made it through that broken building now and starting to get some control on the point in conjunction with that smoke. Now that smoke needs to be going on the backside there. It needs to be on the spawns. It can't be on your friendlies. If it's on your friendlies can't push out of the smoke. And as soon as they get out of the smoke, right, they'll get shot. So if the smoke is shifted a little further, yeah, like that, onto the enemy spawns, so when they spawn in, they can't see anything. They'll push out of the smoke and immediately get shot because they'll be blinded. Now, there is cap pressure on the 4th point here of the Allies. Let's take a gander over to see what that is. That's going to be Andreev here. A 1v1 versus V-Rock. A big 1v1 right here for V-Rock. He's in a good position to defend this, though. V-Rock having the advantage of cover. Now, I don't know if you saw Andreev pushing out right now. But if Andreev can get an OP up and then maybe rotate a squad in, you can see Airhead coming into mid. We'll double back to mid in a second. If Andreev can get an OP up here, get his squad in, and then they can Airhead off the back of this, that would be a huge play. Now, Airhead drops on the mid here, and they have started capping the Allies in blue. Airhead really close to point there. I'm wondering exactly where that Airhead is. Let's take a look at the map to see. It's right in the road on the right side here. That should be fairly easy to clear. I would have liked to see that fall a little bit more to the east too. Also pushing in with 2 tanks onto point here. This is apparently the moment that the Allies have chosen to take this point. Whether or not it will work, we will see very soon. Now, there is already dropping all around that Airhead. It's going to be so hard to spawn in there. 2 Sherman tanks don't really have any infantry support. And spawn waves seem to only be from the actual DC squad itself. I don't see any Finlet loose spawning in or EK on this one. Kind of a weird Airhead there. There we go. So that's going to be the EK squad coming in to join. Dirty Harry, Gregory Feck, and Viking Warrior. Really not that big spawn wave I was expecting. Now, these tanks, though, this is the issue with these tanks. They're so far off the push from infantry. They're not really doing much, honestly, at all. I would love to see a flank on the left side of point here, or a push straight through the middle of point. Now, those tanks are taking damage, taking some AT damage. Panzer IV pushing in on the back, already getting picked off by other AT, possibly that 75 on the flank from DC. I would love to see these tanks actually push into point with infantry, though. If some of these DC boys could shift right here, the 76 could effectively push up, and they could cross-cover him, like, from satchels or whatnot. Really just need to shift right here. I think that's what Horton Ho's doing. I'd love to see Merrick, Kinky, and the other guys come with him, though. 50% cap progress. Red is not getting as many spawns here. I think they've committed to an attack. Let's rotate back to the 4th point to see. No commitment to an attack here. Finn Let Loose doing work on defense, able to clean up that little push. So where is Red? They must have lost their garrison. That's what it has to be. Lost their garrison, don't have the spawns. Do they have an Airhead in defense here? That's kind of what they need to pull right now if they want to save this point. At about 60% cap progress, this looks like it's going to be the Allies' point on the mid. We're about 40 minutes into this one, 38 minutes in, and it looks like finally the combo of Finland Loose DC and EK have cracked the nut. That is Red's midpoint here. Really good defense by Red. However, just not having enough bodies on point is going to be their downfall. And there it is, 99, 100, and the game is now 3-2 in the lead. Really good job there. Really good push off the airhead combo with the tanks. Pressure on the backside has to be, you know, recognized here. Look at the pressure, drawing lots of guys back. You can see this is going to be the EK squad pushing on the backside. Also, the pressure from that EK squad flanking on the south there drew a few bodies off. And sometimes that's all it takes, you know, making one squad rotate there, getting a nice snipe onto the Gary, and suddenly you've lost the midpoint here. We'll see if Red can come back on this. They still have a decent position. They still have the opportunity to airhead the backside of the point here. 276s on point are going to have to get dealt with, but you can see AT already flanking around to them here. Stark here, and, well, I don't know his name, but he's got a bazooka, putting a shot into the tracks, the side there of the 76. I'm kind of surprised that EK hasn't pushed up to the previous positions. They're still kind of sitting on their old spots. DC's trying to push here. You can see Clippy, Kinky, Mark all pushing through. EK kind of needs to join them and shift right especially. Claim these trenches, get OPs down. Maybe not in the point, maybe in the back side of the point here. I think in the forest, that would be ideal, because it still is contested here. Oh, Lorian, I'm going to go for a fly there. He's just going to go up for a little fly. I do like the EK attack into the line, though, in the back line here. That's diverting some resources definitely away from the strong point itself. And now it's really only up to Nikita here on point. I do feel like there was a possibility for a counterattack on a point, though. I think I should say that. Definitely a possibility of that. We didn't see it, though, unfortunately. Ooh, Nikita poked the bear and got a response. 76 uses one of his HE shells to end that thread. Only one squad with an OP left on point here for Red, as, well, Aspa tries to push up, and Andreef too. So if they could get up there, they might be able to do something. But I mean, Artie's already shooting there. You know, there's two 76s on point looking this way. I don't think there's going to be any opportunity to push back onto the point from the west, or sorry, the east side. And Nikita drops. Aspid about to drop here. A little slow on that counterattack there from Red. If they were there on the left side of point, say a minute, 2 minutes ago, they could have really dropped a couple OPs down and rotated 3 squads into that side of point. You know, this combo team of EKDC, Finn Let Loose, you know, I don't think they've played together before. I think Finn Let Loose and DC have, but you know, that just was a slow response from them on the midpoint. They didn't push out quickly, especially when they had the numbers to secure the point. There's definitely a possibility of a counterattack. Red just not able to seize the opportunity with that one. Red looking pretty decent on defensive line. They're a little too compact in the mid here. Would love to see some of these guys shift right down into this forest here. I think as soon as... I also don't really like the position from Atomic Sickness right now. I think he can leave his squad there with the pressure and then redeploy somewhere else to try and flank around the backside. Because right now they're just going to get shot in the open like that. Lots of possibilities back here though on Flak Battery. You can see Wing already rotating in. Probably going to be going for a red zone Gary. Important 1v1 on the backside here between Daniel and Wing. If Wing gets spotted out, ooh, Nikita's also there. Can he spot out the Garrison? That is the big question. No, Daniel with a good shot there. Really good play. It cannot be underscored how important that kill was. The Garrison right there for Red stays alive. Unfortunately, Wing is a recon, so we will have an OP. It depends on how deep it is, right? How deep is that recon OP? Well, actually, it's fairly close. It's really close. Oh my god, he's bypassed. How many times has he bypassed this Gary if that's where his OP is? Holy smokes. Okay, so round 2 of this 1v1. Tiger gonna pull up. Wing's gonna hide. all it takes is one spawn on that house. Achilles is in too, so it's gonna be a 2v1 here. All it takes is one spawn on the house to give away the Gary. And if Achilles goes right here, I feel like he should be able to see the Gary. Yeah, he should be able to see the Gary. Daniel gonna check it out. Gary probably is hot. Gary overrun on the backside there for the allies. Ooh, important kill there. Achilles should see that. Wing making a push. Now, can any respawns come in before they take it out? That is the important thing right here. Supply is going to go down. Hoos spawns in, giving Hoos a chance. The cover is gone. Wing going to get killed by Hoos. And Achilles goes down too. Hoos with a massive play on the backside there defending his Gary. Guys, is it more important to take out supplies or to go for the Gary? That's the question of the day right now. Unfortunately, Hoos really can't do much to push out. He doesn't know where the OP is. He's going to need to call for reinforcements here because Achilles and Wing are going to have a chance to do it all over again right now. And there's the kill. Now, unless Hoos can get a spawn, this Gary is going to go. There's the spawn. Daniel spawns in. Odo on the backside too. Achilles is pushing with Wing. Odo can come with a big play right here. This is for the marbles. All the marbles on the backside of this point. Nope. He goes down. Grenades drop everywhere. Friendly grenade drops. Now, the Gary's still up though. Gary's still up. Did Odo trade? No, Wing's right there. So it looks like he's going to be able to get this Gary here is Wing. We'll see if there's any spawns that come in after. 1,000, 1,000. Nope. And there it is. Wing taking out one of the key garrisons on the backside of Flak Battery there. Nice little play. A little surprised there Hoos didn't have some reinforcements in. I mean, he did, but there just wasn't enough on the respawn. So it was a little unfortunate there for the red team. Now, they're going to have to be defending on the backside. I would love to see maybe a... so where was the Gary? It was right here. Holy smokes, there's the Gary that goes in. So the closest Gary is like on my marker right here. That's the closest Gary there. Or here. Yeah, that's a really odd Gary placement there from Red. They got a big respawn wave though. And Achilles is going to have the FPS time of his life right here defending this Gary. It is a red zone Gary. It is overrun right now. Who's going to get killed? Oh no, Achilles misses his shot. There we go. There's one. Going to take out the pistol for this one. Achilles going to have to land a few more kills here if he wants to defend this red zone Gary. You're going to see Andreev when he peeks right. There we go. Oh my god, he doesn't take the shot. Achilles, why didn't you take the shot? One drops there for Red, but I mean, it's a 5v1 right now for this red zone Gary. There's one kill from Achilles. Odo pushing on the backside. I think Achilles can hear that. Andreev making a mad break for the Gary. Achilles going to drop there to Odo. Nice try. Nice play there. Unfortunately, red zone Gary's going to be going down here. Andreev going to take it out. Just not enough people on the backside to protect this. Would have loved to see a Stewart come in there. I mean, do you even go for a Gary in that position anyways, right? Like, I don't know. You're pulling forces off the front line, so that's a good thing. But I feel like red zone Gary there's just so many trees and stuff. It's so hard to work. I guess there was a call for a tank coming in. However, this tank's in trouble, taking a shot of AT from the back and a shot from Panzer IV from the front. He's kind of going crazy right here. That's an HLPL tank. A second shot goes in from the Panzer IV. No shots from the HLPL tank onto this Panzer IV here. He has no clue where they're at. If that's a 76, he can one-shot from the hull. Misses his shot, and down goes the tank. If that's a 76... No, it's not. Just a 75. Okay, so Panzer IV taking out the 75. Nice play from him. Kind of a questionable play, honestly. I guess they were trying to help out that recon team way late on the rotation to help that out. Vadi and Achilles and Ninja Paul are all linking up. A little DC reunion here in the forest. Unfortunately for Ninja, he doesn't have any ATs in his squad just yet. That Panzer IV spotted him though. He's coming for, or not. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, hey. Panzer IV doesn't spot the infantry. They make like trees, and they get away with that one. Still pretty far on the flank here. Not really many supporting elements on this side at all. Red though, you know, staying in this game for sure. Getting pushed back a little bit to point here, and actually, we said staying in this game now, but look at this. Airhead coming down on the back side of point. Pressure on the front side of point. It's going to be a combined arms push with an airhead on the back side. Now, is there any... Well, there is. There's going to be a bombing run. That's a defensive bombing run there. So good timing from that defensive bombing run. Going to throw the push into chaos a little bit. Get a few kills there. I wonder if there's another bombing run coming from this airhead, though, towards point. Does anybody see this airhead? It's almost on top of the Gary here, and I don't think anybody sees the airhead. Where did it drop? It dropped right between the garrison, so the airhead is literally on top of the red garrison. That's very interesting. I mean, Red's going to know about this as soon as it spawns, but I wonder if anybody who spawns in the airhead is going to see the garrison there. There's the first spawn wave. Oh, hey, there's a Gary right here, boys. Pimpe, look to your right. No? Nobody notices it. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. There's the spawn wave on the Gary. Hello. Yeah, Pimpe completely missing that Gary there. Aspen cannot believe his luck. However, he gets taken out here. Achilles gonna spawn in, gonna see the bodies, gonna see the Gary, and they're safe. Okay, so that works out pretty well then for the allies there. A little unlucky position. It's just unfortunate that nobody had the mind to throw a nade off that Gary and get out the get the airhead out of there. Achilles cleans up though. All right, so what can this team do? The allies do with... They got two beachheads open. They got the airhead in the backside. They've removed one of the Garys here from red. Wing and Vadi are back at it again on the northwest side, clearing out garrisons and OPs. I think this is going to be the 4-1 here. Red, if they have an airhead, they're probably going to need to use it to defend here. It's going to be very, very hard to clear. First of all, I think they've already used their bombing run. They need to call everyone back right now. Anyone not on point right now needs to fall back. Everybody over here on the left side needs to fall back ASAP. If they can get an airhead up on the backside of Flak Battery, that would be really good. But they're about to start losing the point here on Flak. It's very close. They only have 1 or 2 people left alive. One in the strong point. You can see, there we go. There's the retreat right now. No Gary's up. Overlord's gonna have to run it all the way. Red actually doing good work. Krakadouji there. And his squad clearing out the point. Still, the alarm should be ringing right here. They don't have any Garys up on the point. Remember, their Gary was taken out. It was right beside the airhead there. Still, like, they're killing. They're getting kills, right? So, you know, this red team is a completely different team. And I think, talking at least with DC before the game, you know, it's not the same PKKA team that we saw in the HPL. This is 100% a different team. They have a 50-man now. And you know, they're playing pretty decently. They're getting kills when they need to right here. And, you know, this DC squad at the bottom of your screen is not able to push into point. Oh, there we go. We got a few kills there. Chains, I believe, getting the kills there. But Red still, you know, I think is in this one. However, a little concerning to see is going to be that EK squad on the northwest side. Finally getting some follow-up troops there is Vadi and the recon from DC. Once that squad makes it across, the point's gonna be cut off from the back. Let's go say hello to Merrick here as he he just gets dropped there. Or not. He's still alive, gets 1 kill. Merrick gets 2 kills. Ooh, DC Merrick looking pretty good there with the clean double kill. Gonna be looking for more on the backside. Ooh, just peeks out a little too far. Gonna get his head taken off there. Let's go on board with some of these red boys on point. Let's see how this defense is going. On board with Stark here. He seems like he's getting a lot of kills. Not going to be able to get away from this one. Bombing run comes in and clears out the point. There's the offensive bombing run we were waiting for. That is going to get a lot of kills on the point there. Clear out the strong point and cut a hole in this defense. However, Andreev with a really nice positioning here has been able to flank the positions of the airhead and take out a few OPs. Now DC is kind of stuck on this south side. So even though that bombing run was partly successful here, not able to clear out all the members there of Red and not able to really springboard any kind of push on the point. Cap progress is being made just because Chains is the only one on point right now. But this already is doing work here. Only Kinky able to make it through the lines. Reinforcements coming from Red here as they have pushed with a strong push from the north. They established that Gary pushed a strong push into point here, and EK is not being able to clear that out. I really figured they would be. It looked like they had the forces to clear this one out, but Red is holding their ground. Semper, Dweka, Dream, and one more over here doing work. Equal forces, but able to hold this EK squad back. EK not able to get in deep and take out this Gary in the backside like I thought they would be able to. Rather unfortunate for them. They're a little too static right now. Willie Pete inside the house. Atomic, Pimpe. They need to be constantly moving, using your nades, using your smokes, making flanking opportunities work. They really need to be aggressive here. Unfortunately, they're just getting kind of killed where they stand. You know, their aggressiveness and not able to push up. They're not able to get the kills they need. Sad Demon there, getting a few 2 or 3 kills, doing really good. The Tiger doing good work there. Dweka also doing some good work, holding off that EK push on the backside, which has really enabled this massive force from Red to push up and reclaim Flak Battery. You know, DC not able to push off the broken house here, just on the bottom right of your screen. Artillery doing a good job to hold them onto point. And overall, Red, you know, recovers pretty well from this one. Would have liked to see maybe a half-track pull-up to point right here, because the front side of point is kind of open. Well, it was open for the most part. You know, half-track's a really good tool to push past that artillery. You can see DC has control with the 76. No forces really pushed straight up the mid, though. Everyone was trying to do these dank kind of flanks. I think a half-track right up the mid right now could easily put a lot of pressure on point. Not just right now, but in the last 5 minutes here when Red have been really struggling to get back onto their strong point. Artillery still demolishing DC down here. I feel bad for Core Squad right now. Seems every time they spawn in, just look at the bodies. Bodies and parts. Strewn all around point here. And finally, Ninja Pulver realizes that the front's open. However, running through an open field is never a good idea, especially now that Red has pushed back to their previous positions. Astig is going to go down. Ninja Pulver's probably going to be next here. 76 pushing into point also. However, the 76 really doesn't have the infantry support. There's no half-track to support him going in there. Be cool if you could like ride on the back or on the side of tanks and just like on a Stuart and just yeet into point there. Again, Atomic Sickness gonna try to run through the open field. Dip, duck, dodge. Can he get to point? Sickness. He's dipping, he's ducking, he's dodging, and he's made it. Now, can he get an OP up? He needs to get an OP up right behind this 76. Wow. Somebody watched Dodgeball last night. Atomic Sickness with the plays there. He's just crawling behind the 76, praying that this DC-76 does not back up. There we go. That's all they needed. A little dip duck dodge onto point, and now we have some serious cap progress coming onto this point. 76 on the point can be really, really hard to push off. Infantry needs to be very, very active defending the 76 too. Tiger has been spotted out to the forest in the northeast. Really aggressive 76 play here, leading the charge. Looks like they also took out that Tiger on the back. I saw a mushroom cloud back there. Leading the charge in this attack, and whoever's responsible, I'd say that this DC tank is at the top of the list for this 4-1. Good job, good push, good recognition. I mean, I think we kind of foreshadowed that push, you know, recognizing that Red really has no defenses on the front side of their point. That just allows the push to come through. They did get some smoke up. They dipped, they ducked, they dodged their way to a 4-1 here, taking a command and control position in this last 30 minutes of the game. The Allies going to go up 4-1 here and look to close out this game, maybe with a 5-0. Defensive bombing run comes in, removes and deletes a lot of bodies from point. That was a nice bombing run again from Red. Unfortunately, just comes a little too late on point. Now, where is that 76? He's pushing. He's going for broke. Okay, another 76 flanking on the backside here. Wow, these Allied tanks are just kind of running roughshod over this Red team. Puma, that was a Puma, not a Tiger there, so that thing got one-tapped. Now they're going to take up positions on the backside and just deny any counterattack. I don't think there's a possibility for that anyways. Red not in a position to counterattack on a point. You can see them deploying over on their fifth point right now. Is that another tank going down, HLPL? Did they just take out another tank on the backside here? No, that's just going to be a supply truck. Daniel's the last one alive here. Viking Warrior is pushing his house. And in Red, yeah, just they look solid in defense, but they're getting picked apart over time here by the Allies. But I mean, still a lot they can take from this one. I'm sure they'll be back watching the footage of this one for a few days, analyzing it, seeing what they can do a little better. It's definitely a positive sign. Like we said, really, really good shooters here. Fin Let Loose, they've given teams like Core trouble. You know, their opener versus Core, I think a month ago, for the first 20 minutes, they were giving Core a lot of trouble. Really aggressive playstyle from Fin Let Loose. Today they're on the defense. We're seeing DC's attack in here with EK on the attack too. And, you know, those are they're really good shooters. I mean, Ninja Pulver alone is just an insane shooter. Routinely on the top of the scoreboards. You think of Core is like the benchmark for shooters. You always see guys like Zim, Zoom, you know, Bommel up there in the scores. Most people with the Core tag, just really quality. Ninja Pulver, I think the last SLB had like 30 kills more than anybody else. They're just absolutely destroying. Same with Monday Clash. So also the tank with the Chikarian and let's see if we can find them right here. There we go. Faker, Alex, and Chikarian there. Oh, this tank just is killing. We're gonna see their score at the end of the game. It's probably gonna be like 5K if this does go the distance. So, like, you know, by no means is, even though this is a 3 kind of team effort here on the Allies, you know, Red, you know, has to feel pretty good about this one, that they're able to stay in it for a little bit. Now, their strategy is a little lacking, especially with the defense of the airhead there. I think they had an opportunity to defend that airhead pretty well. I did like their defense on the flank from EK a little earlier from that. That was really nice. But on that airhead push, they had a real opportunity to take it out. I think when you saw those 4 guys spawn in and not immediately throw a nade, you know, that was a mistake. Trying to, whenever you go for an airhead, never kind of go for the take. Use your explosive, use your nades, use your RPGs, your Panzer Shreks and your bazookas. Always, because it doesn't matter what it looks like. you know, there's always an opportunity to get killed when you try to push it. But I mean, it is what it is. Those mistakes will be rectified, I'm sure. Also the front, you know, maybe not getting enough people back to point quick enough, and not reinforcing the front side there. Their tanks too, like if they're a little lacking, you know, if their armor's getting overrun, maybe switching and flexing AT guns can be a thing. We saw them pull those AT guns at the start of the game, but I haven't really seen the AT guns on a follow-up, especially to defend the flank of Flak Battery. Just letting those two tanks push in, one on the flank, one on the front. This tank is getting very bold though. Let's go back on board with them as they essentially solo push into the 5th point here. Again, AT guns should be up. There should be AT guns hitting this tank right now. At least some AT, you know. They're very close, within 50 meters here of the strong point. There's been no AT. Eriker needs to get his Panzerschreck out. Blumkin from the front though, that's going to be a very hard shot. He needs to push to the left and rotate on this tank a little bit. Gets a shot into the front turret there of the 76. Just going to cause a little bit of pause right now. However, there is a second 76 pushing up the right side here too. Seeing something drop on the back. Is that an airhead? Yes, that is. So another airhead coming down on the HQ right here. Does anybody spot that out? Does Archibald or Rosie spot that out? I don't think so. Airhead comes in. Hughes spawns in just a little too late. Airhead going to be in the HQ here to look for a 5-0 on the day. Oos, does he spawn the airhead? I think he's been told about it, yeah. Don't think there's going to be time for a spawn right here. What? 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 What just happened? Wait, what? Is this a friendly airhead? Who's, did you spot this out? What? What? This is not what? I'm lost for words. Okay, so who's making life difficult by himself? I think he maybe thought it was a stump. Airhead goes up on the backside of point here. I really don't know what's going on. Oh, okay. Core gonna get a kill here onto... Oh, is he gonna go for a knife? No, he doesn't go for the knife. Bombing run drops on the front side. Core gonna get dropped too. That is just a very, very odd play right here. Very odd play. Who's runs right by the airhead. Oh no. Feels bad, man. Feels so bad. I mean, this is gonna be the 5-0 here. If the allies can get some squad leads in on that airhead, that should be the 5-0. They don't have their HQ right now. Kinky, Viking, all spawning at the back. Sam getting one, getting two, can't get a third. Dvornik spawns and stays alive. Gets one there. Dvornik needs to drop. He knows there's a spawn here. He has to now. Again, no squad leads in on these spawns. Kind of a misplay here. Ninja Pulver is the closest squad lead, looks like, but he's run all the way around from the west side. Now the camp continues here onto the HQ, but it's kind of odd. Ooh, big spawn coming in here from red. There we go. Atomic Sickness spawns in, needs to survive this one. Sirius also spawns in from the other side here, drops a few bodies. Spawns continue on the backside here from red. Sirius, Atomic Sickness. Atomic's going to drop there. I don't believe he got an OP up. Sirius, last one alive right here, trying to fight for his life on the backside, but just both teams. Huge misplay from Hoos. And kind of a huge misplay from the allies not getting squad leads in. I mean, another spawn wave. Why is red not responding to this airhead? I think that is Atomic Sickness's OP actually, because you can see it's his full squad spawning in there. So he did get an OP up. Rocket's going to go into that spawn. Puma also on station to deal with it. This is a really, really odd situation here. Not only does the commander of the Axis miss the airhead, but also, like, no squad leads spawn on the airhead immediately to get OPs up. Atomic's the only one who gets the OP up on the backside. Ninja Pulver might have also, because that OP looks pretty far to the west, so I'm thinking Ninja probably also got it up. But I was expecting like a full team redeploy off of that to just take over the HQ, camp the crap out of it, and push the point from the back. Not going to be the case. Red cleans up. Allies kind of give them that one for free there. And we move on. I mean, the attack from the front is progressing here. Red's playing very, very close to Noville. I think one bombing run here would just absolutely crush, like a west to east bombing run. This front line is gone. Now, airhead has been used here. I wonder if we'll see an airhead on the 4th point from Red, but just a kind of a bizarre ending to this Hello Loose match. 21 minutes to go, 16 minutes to start capping here if the Allies want to 5-0 this one. Being an odd day in general. I think it's definitely doable here. Bombing run probably will precede the next attack. I think you'll see some rotations into the front line, a few more bodies in, maybe some more tanks coming in too. We'll see that bombing run drop, and then it'll be a mad dash for this 5th point here. Let's check out the front line of this EK squad though really quick. Laddie pushing up to try and help out. James has a pretty nasty spot kind of underneath this finally getting taken out there. Let's rotate to join this DC squad, pushing through the forest here on the right flank, east flank. They've got a 76 in tow. It's gonna be a lot easier to push with this tank shelling the forest up there. I wonder if the bombing run's already being called in. Like nothing. Please. No bombing run. They're gonna try to do this one the old-fashioned way. Going really deep here, a little too deep. However, this has been a spearhead for a lot of allies to push in. Yeah, that's a sensible decision here from the German tank. Fall back a little bit into cover. There's no need to be that exposed, really. They're going to drop for that and pay for their mistake. However, that push has allowed the allies to push in pretty close here. Clippy, the closest member of DC, right onto these houses. Hellfire joining him. Red needs to be aggressive here and push off the point. They can't allow themselves to get stuck in on the back point, pinned right onto their strong point here. That'll be really rough. Blecho Junga, the last one alive there, should have a shot onto Andreev once this, yeah, there we go. Easy kill. Semper Stark here and the others, though, doing a really good job to push out and clear the follow-on forces. You know, that tank, if he'd only hauled back a little bit, he could have held the north side there and allowed the rest of this squad to push in. His kind of mistake leads to just the collapse of this push here from DC and EK. It's unfortunate. They had a pretty good push going there. Looks like a reset has been called, though. There's really not a lot of allies left. The Axis really pushing out from this last point here. And with 17 minutes to go, I don't know if they're going to be able to take that. It's going to be a hard nut to crack. Definitely time for one more airhead play. So we'll see if they combo like an airhead bombing run play onto the last point. But of course, there is still time for Red to get back into this one. 2. Do like the AT gun crews going up here from Red. They listened. They need one on this side. They need one on the other side too. Make sure none of these lanes can be abused there by the allied tanks. I think there is another Puma that's being pulled up. You can see it just shelling the front here. No, that's an AT gun. Okay, so they do have another one up. Good to see. A little late. I think... Oh. The AT guns are a little buggy there. I think if they pulled this one up a little sooner, on the 4th point, they could have probably prevented... maybe not prevented the cap, but at least prevented those 276s from pushing so deep. Ooh. Who's that from DC? Not happy about the, that's Billy. Not happy at all about the, the artillery fire coming his way from those pack guns. Flak battery, if we take a rotation over to the defensive side, there's nothing going on over here. Red is completely 100% defensive right now. Look at this garrison setup here for the threesome team, DC, EK, and Finland loose. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very defensive oriented. I mean, they're really close to the red zone. No red zone Garys yet. I wonder if we'll see one of these removed from dugout barn. Probably the one right on point, I'd say. Leave these flanking ones up. Probably this one and go for a deep Gary. I mean, the closest they could go is probably this forest here. That doesn't get you a whole lot, though, to Noville. Maybe they want to push into this northern town, secure the HQ, and then push on the flank to Noville. That might be what they want to do. 75 and Stewart going up, but DC Stewart there looking to silence the Artie with the EK squad of Atomic Sickness. And then a 76 from HLPL coming up to join Alex Boss Faker and Shikarian there on point. Oop, sorry about that. We'll see if this flank pays off. I mean, there's the Reds defending pretty well. They've pushed out of kind of their compact position they were in. This 76 has destroyed one of the AT guns there. I'd like to see another one go up. I think there has been another one going up on the right flank there, the left flank. Yep, it is. It's a pack gun. Apologies for going inside the world, but when you go on board with pack guns, that's what they do. For some reason, they don't have a third-person view. It's a really sneaky spot. We'll see if they can hit anything, especially that pushing 76. Alex and Copcap peeking. I think they can just see the 76 right there. It's just on the other side of the tree there. Well, unfortunately for them, they got spotted out first. Faker taking the shot that counted right there and putting it right through the middle of that pack gun. Now, is the pack gun still alive? I think it is. So the pack gun's still up. The infantry manning it are down. Surely they will not advance anymore until they destroy it. Alex and Copcap are back on top of it. Now, all it takes is one more meter for this tank to push, and I think they'll have a shot here. I really love in Postscriptum how you can move the AT guns. I wish that was a thing. It took like 3 people, and like the one person that's the reloader would be able to steer or something. And as long as 3 people are on top of it, it will move. Because it's so heavy. If the pack gun fires on that angle right now, it'll just hit a tree in front of them. So 76 decides against that push. Is going to fall back a little bit. I wonder if there's a peek through the trees right there. No. Let's go a little higher and get a better view on that 76 for you guys. Ooh, it's taking some fire and it's down. Who took that one out? Not too sure. 76 gets peeked from somewhere though. And goes down. I wonder if there's a secondary AT gun straight up the mid. That's my guess. There another AT gun just looking straight down the mid road? No. Did the AT gun on the right side rotate to hit them? No. Does Semper have an AT gun on his position? No. Oh, it's a mystery, folks. It is 100% a mystery. Did the AT gun we were on get a shot as soon as we left it? I would be pretty mad if that's the case. If we go out, I mean, there's a possibility they could have got a shot on it. If I was that crew though, I'd be a little frustrated that I put an HE round into an AT gun and it was still left alive. Like it blew up, killed everyone there and left alive. Attacking bombing run coming down. Looks like DC are going to try this again with EK. No tank this time. Bombing run really doesn't kill anybody. They're going to push regardless though. Viking Warrior and Steven frontlining this one. Let's go on board with Steven and see how far he gets here, pushing into point. That Demon gonna get an easy kill there onto Steven. AT gun shelling the position. Is that another airhead going in the backside here? Oh, it's round 2, ladies and gents. Ding, 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 ding. Round 2 has commenced here. We have the airhead dropping the backside. Nobody spotting it out for red this time. Hoos is a little further away. Nobody really with their eye in the sky, unfortunately. There should be at least one person in the back here defending this. I'm assuming we'll see a mass redeploy from the backside this time. I'd love to see a Gary go down too. And then just like a squad camping the spawns. There we go. Spawn comes in. Dirty Harry, Atomic Sickness this time. It's going to be EK mostly +1 there with DC Kinky. Now attack and defend simultaneously. I think we're going to see Atomic Sickness's squad defending. We'll see them defending and camping the artillery, sorry, the HQ right here. Chains setting up for an MG onto anyone who spawns. Second spawn wave is going to be the commander, and everybody and their mother from Finn Let Loose is also spawning in. Let's see how many kills this MG gets. I would love to see a massive spawn wave in here from red. In 5 seconds, if there's no spawns, I'm going to go back onto this little attack from the backside. 3, 2, 1. Let's rotate. Ooh, Dream does spawn in. Misses the majority of the forces pushing in right here. OP's going up for Atomic Sickness's squad right now. Red have to realize that there's an airhead on the backside right here. Stark here turns around. Let's see how many kills he can get. Let's go on board with him right now. He's been pretty good all game. Drops Alva here on the right. Whoa, drops Kitso through the... Wow, that was really sketchy. I don't know if Kitso died from something else, but Stark here goes down. he dropped Pukitsu through the boxes there. You saw that? That was, that looked kind of sketchy. Who knows, though? We're on a Russian server right now. It could just be lag, honestly. My ping's probably pretty bad. Let's go on board with Stark here. We'll stay fixed on board with him. It's a little jarring. I wish we just had the straight up POV. Stark here seems to be the only one able to stop this, though. He's got a few kills each time he's pushed off. I mean, Kazanbaz and Eric here and Young doing good too. I mean, Red's holding this one. The push from the back is not working out. 6 minutes to go here, 4 minutes to start capping. And Red have responded to this pretty well. I mean, they don't have their HQ, not going to have any arm response coming in. But I mean, they're doing good. They're holding pretty well. Spawn on the backside there. Noomsen, Dream, Stark here. Dream and Noomsen, only one surviving. Chains gonna get another kill there. But Kitso also only 2 left camping the HQ here. Noomsen's gonna whip out maybe the nade, see if he can get a kill. Ooh, unfortunately, peeks the wrong wave. Hold the phone, gets 1 kill there. OP still up here on the backside. Expect another spawn wave to come in. We'll go on board with Chains here, see how many kills he can get. Oh, that's so dirty there from Chains. Chains with the 2-piece. Right off the spawn with the MG, the 30 kill. Chains gotta watch out. Spawn comes in on the left side. Nobody's there. All good. You can go back to camping again. Some cap progress finally coming in. Looks like DC's rotated with Fin Let Loose onto the west side of point. Dark here with the STG-44. Missing some shots onto Pukitso. Drops him anyways. There's an OP right behind him here. I don't think he knows about it. Krakaduji, though, is going to do enough. Big spawn wave on the left here. Damn. EK gets massacred. Krakaduji and Stark here teaming up there to eliminate that OP and the whole squad there on EK. Now pushing on the backside, still camping the OP here. Machine Gunner is down, but Kitso is still there. Laps and Rato also in the mix. OP is up. Dead Demon and Stark here trying to clear this one out. Kitso doing a good job on the back, cleaning this one up. And there is cap progress now in the 4th point. 3 minutes to go. Not enough time to win this one, but Red looking to possibly come back into this one and take a point here off of, well, threesome. DC, EK, and Fin Let Loose. Looks like a Lux possibly in the mix too. Got Lux on board. On point here from Red, so sneaky, freaky. Possibly an airhead play for Red. I would have hoped they push it a little sooner. They're definitely going to lose this one, but will it be a 4-1 or a 3-2? Defenders here from EK cannot hold against the Lux getting taken out there, and this looks like it's going to be a 3-2 here. Well, there's still 46 seconds. Yeah, it's too bad. If they had tried this a little sooner, I think this would have worked out. They might have even won the game. But it takes about 2 minutes to cap a point, and with 2 minutes 30 seconds to go, they're not halfway. Actually, they're also losing this point right now, so not enough kills, not enough bodies on point. The dream of a 2-3 finish not going to be a reality here as we close on the 2-minute mark. The possibility of a 5-0 loss, though, is definitely still in play as Cap Progress is continuing here back on the point. Let's shift back to Road to Noville. Here you can see good position on the front. That attack on the back not cut off. Still OP spawns back there with the EK squad. Finn let loose DC pushing, knocking down the front door rather. And Cap Progress is increasing now. 1 minute 50 to go. They can't really stop the Cap Progress here if they want to take this one 5-0. 1 minute 45 left in this one here. Big spawn wave coming back on the point from red, but they're essentially just in the back corner with the back against the wall here. Stuff blowing up all around them. There is a 76 that is right on point right here. Oh my gosh, how many kills are these guys going to get right now? Well, Cap Progress is stopped with 1 minute to go, and it is decreasing, so that means this is going to end up 4-1 here. A win for the 3-some team of DCK and Finn let loose, and a loss for Red Army. However, you know, they hung in there. Their attack definitely needs work. Their opening is a lot better than what I expected, though. They had a good opening, a good defense for about half an hour. They did succumb to the pressure finally from this 3-some squad, 3-some team. But they definitely showed that they're not pushovers. You know, they defended well on both sides. They defended 2 airheads. I would have loved to see them have a little more awareness on the back for that airhead. That probably would have allowed them to push out and maybe attack a little sooner and relieve some pressure on the backside. But this one's going to end 4-1 here. And you got to give them credit where credit's due. They did a good job defending. If they can just refocus in a few little areas, I think Red are definitely going to continue to build on the progress they've made here today. So it was a good game for both teams. Thank you guys so much for joining. My name is HammerCast. This game, you can either watch this, subscribe to the channel with Prime, and watch the VOD immediately following the game, or